evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Movies on Our Minds. On this show, we get to talk about movies such as action, comedies, drama, thrillers, animated, but specifically, the movie that is on all of our minds. And the movie that we're thinking about today is the latest Disney film, Moana. In this animated film, a young Polynesian girl sets out on the open sea to save her dying island. When she meets the demigod Maui, they work together to return the heart of Te Fiti to its rightful place. The movie is directed by Ron Clements and John Musker and stars Dwayne Johnson as Maui and auli'lcravalho as Moana. Now, before we get started, I would like to introduce our guest. We have Richard returning for another time.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Richard, how are you doing today?
Doing good, brother, man. Doing good. How you doing today?
Oh, man, I can't complain, man. Let's talk about Moana. That was, you should know.
It was a dope move.
Yeah. All right, what about you, Malik? How are you doing today?
How you guys? I'm pretty good. My nose is kind of stuffed up, but other than that, I'm pretty good.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Kevin, what about you?
I am doing pretty well as well.
Okay, that's good to hear. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and dive into Moana, starting with the actors and characters. How did y'all feel about them?
Absolutely awesome.
Dwayne Johnson, I have to say, he did a really, really good job. Just being a voice actor for what?
Who knew he could sing?
Yeah, it was actually pretty good.
Actually, no, but the thing about it too, if you like ever follow him on social media, like he's always doing something that like involves like singing or dancing, anything like that. Mm-hmm. So pretty much when I saw it, I was like, oh, it's no surprise, you know.
So it was like, so was this not the first time we actually heard him sing, or
like on Instagram, anything like that?
But it could be the first time he actually sung professionally.
Oh, like for a film. And
yeah.
Okay, I can understand that.
Because quite frankly, like he didn't really have like a big voice for a singing voice, but at the same time, it wasn't crap.
No, it wasn't at all.
It's like he was able to pull it off really well in the kids' film.
I was thoroughly impressed.
Yeah, he pulled it off really well.
What about Auli'i?
Okay, she was great as Moana, very energetic and all that, and had a really good voice for someone who's only 14 years old. God,
I thought she was 16 in real life.
Well, when I looked it up, it said they found 14-year-old Auli'i to play her, but that might have been when they first started making, maybe years ago. Mm-hmm. We don't really know exactly what age she actually started recording.
Yeah.
Right. So I just mean like for someone so young, she actually did a very good job.
I felt the energy in her when she was being a voice actor for Moana.
Me personally, I just they were all excellent. The songs were beautiful. They were all sung really well. I was like,
right.
I personally, you guys, I don't really like musicals, and like I kind of really don't really do Disney movies because of it. Mm-hmm. So like the moment they started singing, I was kind of, but as the song continued, I was like, yo, this is lit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be upset about any of these songs because they're all lit. So, but they also portrayed their characters really well.
Right.
The indecisiveness at the beginning for Moana, like just a little girl, an average age girl, I guess, not really knowing what she wants in life. Because I mean, we all have that stage where we don't know, and if you do know at that stage, I'm like, well, kudos to you, because I don't. But yeah, so just she played it really well. Maui played that arrogant demigod really well. Like you didn't really see his softer side until you saw his softer side. So
I did like the backstory too.
Yeah.
Like that was actually I actually feel for that. And some people can actually relate to that too, especially when it comes to love lives or family members.
We can talk more about that when we get into plot though.
Yeah.
But definitely like the character, like he lived up to the character of demigod Maui in my eyes.
As someone who likes Disney and musicals, this is actually the first one that they worked really well for the first time in a very long time. I'm even talking about before Frozen. Like, this was the first musical I've enjoyed since Mulan.
Yeah, exactly. I was just like, go ahead.
That's just from my personal take.
I kind of like the music from Tarzan.
Not really. And honestly, I don't really consider it a musical.
It's not musical, but I don't like the music from Tarzan.
I mean, there's two songs in there I like.
Okay.
We have our different opinions.
Fine.
But as far as the characters,
that's not Tarzan.
No, but
it's Phil Collins.
Yeah, it's the same. I was saying like he's a good actor.
But that's not what we make for Tarzan. Moving on, focusing back. I really like the grandmother in that film because she was like a force to be reckoned with and really kept going forward.
I wasn't forced to be
until she was reckoned with. She died.
Yeah, no, that was just wrong. But anyhow. I really
brought
love
back
how
up.
she kept telling Moana to keep following your heart, forget what your dad says. He's just overprotected. But of course he was overprotected because of what happened to his best friend years ago and all that. And that's why I like the character development, because almost everybody except for the mother got character development.
Right.
Everyone except the mother.
In my opinion, because
Even the dad?
yes, that the one about his best friend in the past.
That was character development. He got it.
Yeah.
You know,
We didn't even find that. We didn't see anything from her. But Nicole Scherzinger, I liked you. Just gotta get that shout out because I'm a huge fan of hers.
Yes, I loved your whole single speaking line. It was much
She
better.
had more than one, just so you know.
I'm sorry.
But
Of your
anywho, and also,
three-speaking
also the crab was also really good as well.
Shiny and all
Because
that.
I forget his name, but he also played Nigel in Rio, and that's another thing. And then somebody I recognized, and it was fun because I fit his personality, especially the end credit at the end.
Oh, yeah.
The shout out to Sebastian from Little Mermaid. But basically, I think this is Disney's best film for a long time. Since I haven't seen Zootopia, I can't really say if it's better than that or
I was
not.
about to say,
But those are probably the two best Disney films in a year since if they ever released two Disney films in a year before. I don't know.
They probably have. I just can't think of it off the top of my head.
Can
But yeah, like Kevin said, this movie was exceptional. I also haven't seen Zootopia, but it's something I've been meaning to do.
Yeah.
So since it's right here in front of me, I probably will watch it later on tonight.
I was gonna borrow it.
To see Zootopia ASAP.
Yeah.
Well, I was
Yeah,
gonna
'cause
borrow it.
we're gonna watch it later on tonight, right?
I
Right?
guess.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
I guess.
So yeah. But yeah. No, I completely agree with Kevin. This movie was actually exceptional. If you hear any of my ratings for most movies, I almost never give things like.
We're gonna get to those ratings later.
I know.
Keep those ratings.
It's just I rank this movie really
Were
high.
you pleasantly surprised?
it made me.
Oh, I was.
We were all
it made-
surprised.
it made-
Like,
I
we
wasn't
weren't-
surprised.
I was surprised. I went into this movie with
I went to this movie,
expectations,
yeah, I went
but
to-
not high.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
went
it's
in
just
with high
like it's
expectations.
Disney. You know,
Yeah.
I liked Zootopia was their last one. I was like, Zootopia was awesome. Are y'all gonna hold it up since then? And y'all did. In a way, though, this one still had the cliches that we were all used to from other films, such as like Frozen. You notice the Disney cliches in this one, like.
of course.
You didn't notice the cliches?
No, I do, but it's like Frozen.
We're not talking about.
I know. I'm not.
He's
He
talking
mentioned Frozen, so I was like, yeah.
Don't worry about that. But
yeah.
he's saying the recurring processes that Disney gives out to us.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no romance again because we talked
Right.
about that the other day.
Which is great. I'm actually
No,
so fine with that.
There was romance. In a way. I'll explain it a little later.
Okay.
I also like too how still sticking with characters, how Maui kind of like called Disney out in a way when he said, "You're a princess."
You wear a dress, you have an animal partner. That makes you a princess. That was
Like,
hilarious.
wow, y'all know what y'all doing.
Well, no, that was
funny.
a keen to us because it's about.
That was funny.
It's for us to catch. It's like an Easter egg and all that. They realize what they're
I'm the
doing
chief. I'm the daughter of the chief.
Same
A
difference.
princess.
because she's wearing a dress and has an animal partner.
Yeah.
And I was going over my head. I was thinking like I went through
funny.
all.
I was about to say,
I went
speaking
through
of
all the
animals.
princesses, and I was thinking like, who didn't have an animal
Sleeping
partner?
Yo,
Huh?
Sleeping Beauty.
No, she was with the animals in the forest, but that didn't really count. But I don't know if Teddy.
Yo, the
I don't
chicken's
know.
the MVP. Like
You like the
chicken?
chicken?
The chicken stayed through
Hey,
like
hey.
the whole thing. Like the pig, I didn't.
His name, the chicken
Yeah,
name was
whatever.
Hey Hey, was Rooster.
I would like to point out, Sleeping Beauty didn't stay in the forest. That was Snow White.
I didn't say stay in the forest. Well, no, she went through the forest to gather berries, and that's when the prince comes to find her, and she was singing
Anyway,
the animals and
yeah,
stuff.
go ahead.
But that was beside
But yeah,
the
the
point.
chicken was loyal, man. All the
It's a
chicken was doing a
rooster.
lot of Okay, it's a bird. You know, again, you know, the rooster, you know, stayed with her, you know, through thick and thin, and
Bruh,
I
he was
just.
the homie,
Yeah,
bruh.
he was like
Like the
he
cloak of
was that.
levitation.
He was
Yeah.
that.
No, Cloak Levitation was way smarter than
I know though, but I'm just saying it was the homie as well.
Bruh, he's
Close.
what are you talking about, bruh? He's not dumb. He's faking it the entire time. Bruh.
Remember when he picked up the
Explain
rock?
why he
He picked up the
ran
rock.
to get that rock. When have you seen this rooster run? Any time prior in this entire
I
movie?
agree. That was like the one time he actually stood up,
Exactly,
but it doesn't
because
mean like that
he was
wasn't the
faking
very.
it the
That was
entire
not.
time,
That was
right?
not our last time we saw him. He was still having
He
his
was still
remedial
stupid.
moments, like at the end where he was walking toward the ocean, and the ocean's like, "No,
Bruh.
bleed."
He was
I thought it was
faking-
hilarious when the ocean got fed up with the chicken,
Yeah,
like when he
right.
grabbed the chicken, like
Like I love that Ocean was a character as well, and he didn't
Right,
speak
Ocean-
at all.
Ocean was a character.
It really was.
All these were good characters,
and it was pretty too.
all right. Now,
Dumb.
characters, we can all agree that we loved them. We
Yeah.
weren't annoyed by
Not a
them.
single annoying character.
No. Well, besides that, just a little bit.
No, he was meant to be that way.
Yeah,
I wasn't annoyed.
It is, but I mean, it's like still,
there was no
like,
Tinas.
You can't.
Huh?
There was no Tinas.
It was something.
Tinas.
Tinas from Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Oh, Tina.
I was going over every character in my head, and
Can't really find it.
it was like 5 characters in the entire movie. So
You mean 5 main characters?
But exactly.
It was Granny, it was Papa, it was Mama, it was Maui, it was Moana, it was
The crab?
The crab. I was about to say Sebastian, but his name wasn't Sebastian.
It's Tomato.
It's there. You ain't got a point.
Yeah. Hey, the rooster. The ocean.
Mm-hmm.
And
Do we count
the volcano?
Do we count Tafiti?
I said the volcano, but yeah, we
Her
count.
name's Tafiti.
I know that. I told you her name was Tafiti.
All right. What do y'all think about the plot and structure? Obviously, the characters are nice. What about the story?
Okay,
I felt like there were moments that felt rushed.
Yeah, the pacing
Like
was
there were like a few things that like bothered me with pacing. That's part of the reason why I don't give it like a perfect score. But there were a few things that like I felt like the granny's like literally she just dancing on the little rocks, and then she's like, "All right, cool, man, you do whatever you want to do," and then like 2 minutes later,
Yeah.
go on my deathbed. I'm like, oh, okay. And also like when
and as soon as she left the hut and got into the ocean, bam, Granny Spirit.
But that one I'm okay with because like I'm okay with her like passing as soon as she leaves because that's like I'm holding on to every bit of strength I have until she's gone.
Yeah, but it's like you were just good not a minute ago,
no,
and that's
maybe
that's like a week later.
But that right there, like that's my issue. Like my issue is like you're fine right here, and then right here you're like have literally no strength.
But it was still like a key note real quick because she was like
Moana
when she saw the was it the rays in the water? She was like, "Oh, I would like to come back as these." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know
That
what I'm
was-
talking about. Yeah, she said
That was the same day.
Yeah, the same day.
I don't
It was like okay, like
Yeah, because that was during the sunset, and then she's like, "Why aren't you trying to talk me out of it?"
Yeah, I
And then she was like-
could have sworn there was.
No, and then she was like,
Same
"You've
day.
sold, you've
Yeah, like
you've
let me go show you.
You've heard every story except one, and that's
Yeah,
when she
that was
walked
the
her
same
up
day.
to the cave, and that was
Yeah.
during the night."
Right, and she went back to tell her dad and all that, and he wouldn't accept her, right?
Yeah,
Didn't time go by where then she was like trying to be the leader, and like they know the coconuts
No,
were dying and the
no,
fish were
no,
dying?
that was earlier
when
before
she
that.
noticed that the coconuts were dying. That's when she. That
was, like, in the
that's when she
morning.
showed
I was
it.
like,
Yeah, that's when
right
showed
as she
it.
transitioned from like
When she left to go
preteen to
talk
teen.
to the dad, saying, "Dad, I know what we got to do," and that's when she
Oh
sat
yeah,
down like,
because they said they were running out of.
I feel like my
they were-
heart attack is coming,
Right,
guys.
right. So like I feel like that part was rushed, but her like passing as soon as Moana left, I was cool with that because it's like I
That
already
scene is cool, but the pacing of it, obviously,
well,
it's just
as
like
a
you
whole.
were just good, and now you're dying.
Yeah.
Like we did not see that coming.
But
I mean, we
another
saw
thing-
it coming, but.
another pacing issue was
But before you get to that, one more issue about that scene was when she said "go" to her. The first time it was okay because Moana was so close, but then Moana was by the sheet to leave the hut, and then while the two brothers were right there, she was like, "Go." Like, did no one catch that? She just told Moana to leave. No one.
I don't
Honestly,
think they really
what-
cared.
no,
They
what
probably
got me
thought she was
first-
delirious and just didn't think about it.
She was
really-
specifically looking at Moana.
They saw that, but they probably didn't really think about it because she's passing
yeah,
away.
she's dying. She'd be
What
like,
really
"Go!
got me
I don't want
first-
you here to see me in this awful state."
Yeah, if I'm looking at you, you know who I'm talking to. But obviously, Moana's by the sheet.
Yeah, she's
Go.
talking to Moana. She's like, "Moana,
Yeah.
go! I don't want you to see me this way.
There's really no issue.
Old
with
and dying."
It's really
It
no
really
issue.
started when she like really whispers because it really felt like she really
didn't
whispered.
that
She was
once.
like,
she didn't whisper that the second time.
she's like, Moana. It's like, yeah, grandma. And she ran to grandma. Like I was like, everybody else was like, they're just talking. Yeah.
She did not do that the second time. First time, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so what's the other pacing issue?
When Maui gets his fish hook and like he's literally just can't fix himself, like he can't transform into exactly what he wants, and then pep talk instantly able to change it to whatever he wants.
No, it wasn't instant.
No.
We
No.
saw him fail.
No,
It was
yes, we
always
saw it
transition.
fail.
And the
But-
idea is you have to understand over the days that they were traveling, he had to practice
Bruh,
more.
no,
and more.
bruh. This is what happened. He was practicing, couldn't get that right.
You're talking about like
Then
when
Moana
the
gave him
music
a
is
pep talk.
playing, you would think that you would see more of him like
literally,
training, but he
what
was like,
happened. Moana gave him a pep talk, and then Minnie Maui was like that. So he's like saying start small, which is fine,
was like ever since then he was good.
Able to start small and just you've never seen him mess up at all at that point. If I mean, it's fine with it being like a montage because it kind of was montage, but with it being a montage, let me see some failure.
We did, just not a whole lot.
No, not when. No, after the pep talk, like pre-pep talk, you would see him mess up, and then that's when he went like shark head, human lower half.
Yeah,
which was funny. That was really funny.
Moana basically was after that saying, "Come on, let's try again.
Yes,
we're going to get this time." And then
pep talk, like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I just need you here. We can help each other. I'm here to help you. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, all right, cool, dope pep talk. Now I can do exactly what I need to do. There was like...
You don't know exactly what he's talking about?
I do. I just don't think it went that way.
It did go that way. Exactly
went that way.
So at that point, we're supposed to see some failure. We're supposed to see, like, he didn't really...
we're supposed to see some struggle.
Right. Yeah, some struggle.
There was literally no struggle from that point.
And I feel like we did see that, but I can't remember.
If you allow me to, like, just to go ahead and just connect with, a past Disney movie... I remember you talked about, you said Mulan, right? Mm-hmm. All right, you remember it's when everybody was pretty much there, and the dude, I forgot his name, the chief guy, whatever. But he's like pretty much he's saying to everybody, everybody's like just like clowning themselves, you know what I mean? Because he's like expecting everybody to be like,
Are you talking about that song "Make a Man Out of You"?
Yeah, make a man out of you. It was a
Shang is his name.
Yeah, Shang. So he was pretty much
like you're about to say, like during that montage, there was failure.
Yeah, there was failure, but at the same time, it leads towards that everybody in the whole group was getting better.
Yeah, and then, but it started with like failure, and it was failure. Until
remember, everybody was failing like before too,
right?
But same thing too. He was failing too because as soon as he got the sword, he was like, "Oh snap! I can't do it." So after that whole prep talk, same thing in Mulan, and same thing in Moana. It's like, okay, all of a sudden they became better. You gotta keep in mind, it's still a kid flick. So this is it's a Disney movie, so it's not gonna be as long as we expect it to be.
That doesn't mean you can't excuse me just because it's a kid movie. Like
literally,
these three are considered classics.
If I saw three successes and one failure, like literally he could go bug and then going from a bug to a fish, but instead of turning into a fish, he turns into a bird. But then turns into so he wants to be he's a bug and he succeeds. Now he wants to be a fish, but instead of turning into a fish, he turns into a lizard. So then he wants to be a fish, now he's a fish. Now he wants to be a shark, he's a shark. Now he wants to be a whale, he's a whale. It's perfectly fine because that one little lizard failure meant he didn't get it just like that.
Exactly. I agree with that.
But what I saw was he wants to be a fish, he's a fish. He wants to be a whale, he wants to be a whale, he's a whale. He wants to be a Tyrannosaurus Rex, no failures just because of that pep talk. Like, no.
I understand. Alright, two things. This is very, very minor to me, and you could be like, nah, that's not something that's really all that. But was the fish hook in the sky, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Did you feel as if that fish hook in the sky would lead to Maui or the fish hook itself?
I felt like it should have led to the fish hook.
That's what I thought.
I thought it represented Maui, so I saw it being for Maui's character.
But I definitely see where because Maui is like he's the demigod. He's the demigod with the fish hook. So it would make sense. Like it makes sense either way. It makes sense either way.
Okay, either way. Okay, because in my mind, I was thinking, I feel like that would be more towards going to the fish hook than Maui.
That's too literal.
That's perfectly fine. That's the point. That's like seeing X marks the spot in the sky. We know the treasure is right there.
So the hook is the demigod and not Maui. Is that what you're saying?
But remember, the hook is
the hook is what Maui's powers through that hook.
Yeah.
Okay, but he lived for 1,000 years without it. So because he
said which is fine.
Yeah, he said it. He's like, the hook is what makes me the demigod Maui. Yeah.
And what did Moana say to that? Moana said,
like,
whatever anybody says in any other Disney flick, no, it's you who makes yourself. We've seen that many times. But that was just something that came through my mind. I was like, I feel like the fish hook symbol would lead more towards the fish hook than Maui. So, but again, if it doesn't work, it works like you said both ways. So that's fine.
It was a good transition. That's all.
And another part to me was at the beginning when the turtle was trying to get from the plants to the water,
so cute.
And she did the leaf and everything, trying to help him walk. And then a part to where I was thinking, why not just pick up the turtle since you're fine with that? But I was like, okay, maybe she doesn't want to touch the turtle, maybe something like that.
And then she picks up the turtle and turns them over.
Yeah, I was like, why didn't you just pick them?
Because the other way is cuter.
It would just be cute.
Literally because the leaf is cuter.
Not the leaf is cuter. The whole situation is so cute.
I mean, like her waddling with that fucking leaf because she's like.
You still could have grabbed the turtle.
She wanted
and
with
came
that little
with it.
leaf.
And she was
because
like,
she's
you know,
this big, just.
Also, she's a baby. She's not thinking
that
along
was
those lines.
adorable, right?
That's the point of picking up the turtle.
She's not thinking along those lines. She's too young to think that way.
What?
She was a baby.
So? There's no problem with picking up the turtle, is all I'm saying. But I mean, like, again, those are two minor things that just went through my mind as I was watching the film. I was like, they don't change the experience. It's just something that's like,
I feel like
I could have done something.
But I mean, like, the birds are pretty hungry, though. You can tell, too, because they were like, man, that's
which is another reason, like, you see the
She
birds trying
would've
to
picked up the
hover
turtle.
here. It's not...
Look, she would have picked up the turtle, then one of the
birds
birds
was
was like, peck at it.
snatch it right out her hand.
Maybe she also felt that the turtle
Like-
had to get there but his own way anyhow. And she was just going to help along. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. Alright, so... Overall, we can say that this is a...
really good
You
movie.
know... How many times have we been listening to that soundtrack ever since the
Oh,
we
the
seen
music
movie?
is awesome.
Oh, my gosh.
You guys,
That song, How Far I'll
Yes.
Go, is great.
Yes. You saw this movie Thursday, correct?
I did.
Last-
3D.
That's what they're doing.
Wait,
We
when?
saw it Thursday.
Yeah, we saw it.
You saw it twice?
Y'all saw it the
I
second time without us?
I saw it in 3D because
You
I
saw
told
it
my
the second
mother.
time without us?
To my mother
Fine.
in 3D.
So, saw it Thursday.
Hmm?
I go to work
No.
on Fridays and Saturdays. I work from 11 till 11. So I get up at like 8:30 so I get some food, head to work. Woke up, played the song, ate my breakfast, in the shower, cut the music up, played my song.
What's
Went
the song?
to work.
You're welcome.
You get to it. You'll get to it.
By Dwayne Johnson.
I said we'll get to it.
Keep going.
Went to work, playing this song, cooking my food because I work at a restaurant, just cooking food, playing this song. This song plays for 5 days now in a row, me nonstop just listening to that song, and the song I'm talking about is You're Welcome, and I'm listening to the Jordan Fisher version, because, woo, it is amazing. This man has the voice of an angel. I love it, man. What can I say except you're welcome for the clouds, the sun, the sky. Hey, anyway, you're welcome. I'm just an ordinary guy. Beautiful.
And what about y'all? Y'all like the music too?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I said I think it's the best musical that we've had since Mulan, because even though, okay,
It made me feel more
even
like a kid
though
again,
Frozen has
So.
had the biggest Disney song in many, many years, and I do love that song, the total package of the music from Frozen doesn't go together. It's not equally as good. Every song in this film I feel is equally as good, except for maybe Shiny. Just
See,
maybe.
Kevin's the only
Yeah,
one
his
who doesn't
voice
like
is-
Shiny in this group.
I like him. It
No,
just,
like the song. Like,
no,
he
I like
doesn't
it.
it
It's
the
just
way-
I feel like it's the weakest of the film.
I can agree.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I can 110% agree to that
Yes.
I
one.
didn't really. Yeah.
Okay. So if you had to rate this film, what would you say, Richard?
As a kid's film, 8. Well, no, actually,
It's just
not
a
5.
film
I'm
example.
good. No,
It's just
no,
a film.
no, I give it a 9.
Okay, 9 out of 10. That's fine. Malik,
Kevin, what are you giving it?
he's giving exactly how many fingers he's pointing up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
10 out of 10, bro.
6, 7. What comes after 7? 10 comes after 7?
Yeah.
Okay, he's giving it 10. I say that there's no such thing as a perfect movie, but this movie comes so close. I have to give it like a 9.5.
Okay.
So going to his, the movie that's closest to being perfect is No Citizen Kane. When I'm reading this stuff, I'm not saying there's no problems whatsoever. I'm just saying for everything that I'm rating on a scale of what didn't work to how everything works together, and that anything else that's wrong with it is just so minor that you might as well give it a perfect 10, because you start taking away points about major issues, and I really can't find any major issues with this one.
No, there's no major issue.
I'm talking about that's what I rate.
Okay, well, I give it same as Richard, 9 out of 10. At first I was thinking 9.5, but after seeing the second time, those tiny little flaws started to be more noticeable. And I was like, just going down a little bit. It's still 9 out of 10. That's still an A.
No,
It's still
movie, yeah,
great.
It's great.
I just like I want to really put emphasis on the fact that although when the grandmother passed, they didn't Disney didn't really make it like, okay, yeah, she's dead, that's it, man, it's all
Game
over,
over, man.
Yeah,
Game
over, man. But like they made her transition to
Manta Ray?
Manta Ray, there you go. I don't want to say Ray because I don't know.
Of course. Oh, and we
People out
cannot. Before we definitely have to talk about one thing too. the plot twist at the end. Did y'all?
Okay, look. Okay, so if you all saw our Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, y'all know like I really don't really care for that movie, but like part of it is like so many obvious reveals. Like just obviously we knew he was gonna be Grindelwald. Obvious Credence was the actual Obscurus. Like just so many obvious things. But this plot twist at the end of this movie, where the volcano, I cannot remember the volcano's name.
Tafiti.
No, the volcano.
Because the volcano had a different name.
Yeah, Conwa, something like that.
Yeah.
But the volcano actually being Tafiti, I did not see that coming,
Yeah.
and I thought that was just marvelous. Like,
And then
I
the
was
scene
like,
to where she told the ocean, "Let her come to me," and then just walking in slow motion, the
We gotta
music
admit,
in the
though,
background. I was just like,
the way the volcano was running, like,
That
scene was just
Like it was a monster.
Bro,
it was
it
nice
was
though. It was nice. I liked it.
good.
That was
And then
amazing.
And then the water separated
when she like gives him back his hug, and he's like, "I'm sorry,
and fixed it.
bruh." It was just yes.
the emotions, the feels for
The-
that.
Man,
feels,
the
man.
animation in this
And then
film
she laid
with
back
the
down.
close up for
Great.
Tafiti and all that, all the green and all that, and it was thick. I was like, wow, they
Even
really,
the ocean, all right.
they-
The
they
animation.
really-
The animation's
Yeah,
dope.
just even add detail to the water, like when you saw the
Yes.
the volcano's body, like right there in the water. I was like, damn, that's really cool. And then actually seeing it like lay back down, like once it's like,
Let's also not forget.
Side note, really quick. Kevin mentioned thick. Do you all remember the little Disney short?
that little cute short at the beginning with the guy, the
That
American
girl
guy.
Thick.
Oh, she had them
yeah,
hips.
yeah,
She had them hips.
That girl was thick.
Yo,
Back to
son,
what
I
you
don't
were
Was
saying.
she white?
she must have been mixed, bro.
With that
It
thick,
was
nah,
the best.
no offense,
It was
nah,
the
bruh,
best,
bruh. When I say this girl was thick,
Apple
I
bottom
mean,
jeans.
I mean,
God,
but
And you meet her at the beach too,
right.
Like, you hit that, bro?
But yeah,
Anyway,
That's
but
all.
also let's not forget like the cutest pirates ever.
oh my goodness,
Yeah, coconut.
Little coconut pirates are
Yeah.
so adorable.
But how cool is that? A boat that turns to 3 boats.
Yeah.
Bro, that was dope.
Yo,
that was dope.
You the captain.
That was
You
dope.
the captain.
That was so
Jack Sparrow has nothing on
so
you.
Dope.
Black Pearl versus this. It's over. Urge. I think we covered the most ground for Moana. You know, great conversation.
Exceptional movie.
Yep.
Loved it.
That
Loved
was
it.
good.
Richard, go ahead and tell
Highly recommend
tell everybody where we can find you.
Man, you guys can find me in the weight room, man. All day, every day, man. Just gotta get them gains, man. You know, gains all day. It's Gainesville, right? All right. So literally, you guys can find me on YouTube, Richard, the 1%. Having starting a new YouTube channel for physique and everything else. So guys, stay tuned for that. Same thing for Instagram at Richie's Fitness. Same thing with Snapchat and Twitter.
Okay, Malik, where can we find you?
I mean, you can find me on the couch playing video games because I'm lazy.
Show them thumb biceps.
But I play. I'm on Steam and I'm on PSN. Both of those are Blackfire 2400 BLACK FRE 2400. Also, Instagram, Twitter, MySpace. All of those are also Blackfire 2400. You can also find me on Facebook at Malik Dubstepin Christie.
Awesome.
I got the little red beanie with the little thing in my hair and I'm looking this way. Really cute.
All right, Kevin, what about you? Where can we find you?
PlayStation Network, JRUltimateWater, and on Facebook, Kevin Ware Jr.
Awesome. All right, you can find me on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, you know, all that good stuff you find on social media at Baroque Baroko, BAROQUE, BAROKO. Guys, what did you think about this episode? Did we talk about Moana in the same aspect as you? Did you see the movie and agree with us? You know, all that good stuff. Comment below and tell us what you think. And also let us know what movies you want us to talk about. In the meantime, I am your host, Baruch, and we will see you next time on another episode of Movies on Our Minds.
Bye-bye.
Shazam!